This is how to do a shampoo after coloring process. You're going to want to test the temperature of the water inside your inner wrist because that is most similar to how sensitive your scalp is. And as you can see here, I'm thoroughly wetting her hair. At this stage, I am not trying to wash off the entire product. I'm actually doing a procedure called emulsion, which is basically massaging all the products and rubbing them together and onto the scalp. This process makes it easier for the product to be cleaned off later, and it can also add some shine and evenness of coloring. I'm cleaning my hands and wiping off the colorant around her face line little by little. And here I am finally going in to clean off all the products after the emulsion. As I said before, emulsion makes it easier for the products to be removed than if you were to go in directly and try to clean it off without rubbing the products together. For wetting her hair and using shampoo, I like to go in and make sure that I am touching and rubbing the entirety of the scalp. So you can see here I'm going to pick up some shampoo and apply them evenly all over the place, and you can see I'm going to go into the center first after I have created a bunch of foams, and then from center down I'm going to move to the right side and basically create invisible line with a pivoting point at the top of her head and making sure that I rub the entirety of her head so I'm not missing any spot, because any leftover colorant could be an irritant to her scalp later on. To get to the nape area, use your less dominant hand to hold up client's head, and then you can use the other hand to continue manipulation. After creating shampoo foam and finishing the manipulation, I like to wash off the excess foam in my hands first, and then go in with some water on the fingers and clean out all the hairlines first. Then I'm going to start at the center and basically use the same scalp manipulation as if you're shampooing, but you're basically washing off. So one of the mistakes that people do is just run the water over without actually rubbing the scalp. In that case, you might have some residual shampoo or product left over in the scalp. Just remember, even the wash off process with just clean water, your hands are basically doing the same technique as if you would use shampooing technique. After washing off all the shampoo with water, I like to squeeze out excess water and apply hair treatment. Treatment makes it easier to provide scalp massage, which you will see here shortly. Since her hair colorant is quite dark and she has a little bit of pigmentation left on her skin, I'm going to use wet wipes along with some color remover product. And then you can see me doing the scalp manipulation. First, I like to go in a circular motion around the hairline, then in the nape area. Then you can see me basically drawing little circles with my hand all throughout the scalp. Generally, clients love this part of this procedure. It's very good for relieving stress and creating blood circulation throughout the scalp, and it's a very pleasant experience according to clients' feedback. Same thing as shampooing and washing off, I like to massage the entire scalp area for a better experience for the client. Now time for washing off. Same thing, you start at the center and you work on both sides, and you want to wash off any excess product in the nape area as well, again using your less dominant hand to prop up the client's head, and then washing the nape area as well. Another basic thing I could mention is you can look at the angle of the shower head, and you can see how it's always angled in towards the person shampooing the head and never towards the client's face. Can you see the angle right there? That way you don't end up splashing water on the client's face. It seems very basic, but it does take a couple of practices and training. I'm going to get some fresh towel and wrap her forehead basically, and make sure I get some water in her ear and thoroughly towel dry before you get the clients to stand up. And that is how to shampoo client's head after coloring process. Of course, shampooing techniques vary depending on the procedure. Hope you enjoyed.